Blessed is the mind, too small for doubt. Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to some more Stellaris as the Helcian sector of the Imperium of Man. We're continuing pretty much right where we left off. We have a lot of space to explore and survey, and a lot of different space stations to build, resources to extract, so on and so forth. It's going to be pretty peaceful for the time being. I'm building a autochthon monument on Helcian Prime. I'm going to pretty much just call these monuments to the God Emperor. A lot easier to pronounce than whatever this is, and a lot more fitting. So yeah, we're going to build a monument there. Yeah, sure, we can analyze that as well. Why not? And then go that way, I feel like. We've established a colony at Crestalan. Okay. The new cities built on Crestalan are a sight to behold. Through grit and determination, the colonists have managed to thrive on a new world. Human citizens have decided to show their loyalty by erecting a monument to honor Sector Lord Kentigern Voke. Well, then work on it, or we can provide them with additional funding. Can we do that? I would like to do that. Yeah, grant them additional funding. I mean, we can afford it, why not? I feel like it would be worth it. It is rather expensive, so it usually turns out to be something good. What is this planet going to be, though, is the question. See, we can turn it into a Forge world, and I like to do this immediately, even though it's not technically the best course of action. Ideally, you want to leave it as a colony a little bit until it grows, and then you want to designate it, which I guess I can do just for the first one. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but I think that's going to be our first Forge world, because it can build a lot of these industrial districts. Not that many. Whoops. Yeah, there we go. Not that many generator and agriculture districts, although it can make quite a few mining districts as well. I don't need mines, though. I don't need minerals. I need alloys, I need consumer goods. So let's get working on that immediately. Alright, and new colonies start with one additional population. Wish I got that before I settled this planet, but it's alright. The Xvan Labs, I guess? Right, is that how you pronounce it? The problem is I've seen these things, these words, millions of times. Well, millions. Many times. I've just never pronounced them out loud, so I don't know. Frequency tuning. And this is the first contact procedure with Placid Leviathans. Yeah, these are the Tiyanki, right? I always call these the teriyaki whales. I'm sorry, it's so goofy and silly, but it also makes a lot of sense if you think about it a little bit. In that they're often chased around as food. Let's think about it, right? Imperium of Man Halcyon Sector celebrates. Right, this is the no? No, it's not. This is something else. Okay. Every state-owned screen in the Imperium of Man Helcian sector interrupts its scheduled stream to broadcast an official communication from Crastellan. It is, actually. Sector Lord Kentigern Boak stands in front of the Veiled Monument. Of a Veiled Monument. Today we have made history. Never before has our species realized a grander achievement. Never before have the people in this sector realized a grander achievement. With my guidance, with your hard work, no obstacle shall stand in our way. The colonists of Crastellan wanted to honor me, but today all are honored equally. United we triumph. The luminary trait improves. A rich monument modifier added. Positive media coverage for 2 years. Needs 10% happiness. Here's a question, though. Is it... Yeah, it's a rich monument. It's just on the planet, though. Fair enough. So unity and citizen population happiness. Fair enough. Alright. Is there anything I want to build on here? Yes, actually. I want to make probably a industrial district. Because we're going to need some more consumer goods.
Construction complete.
And we're going to get energy and minerals and such from the systems we colonize. Or the systems we expand to. But alloys and consumer goods we can't find just randomly in space, so it will be good to focus on that. We also found a pre-FTL civilization, and... What, is this like a warp storm or something? That's cool. Ooh. Wow, that is very, very cool. Okay, so what is this? They are in the machine age. The Zetilian. I don't know how I know about all of these different species, because I haven't met any of them, but fair enough, I guess. I know about them, okay.
Construction.
I know that they will be purged. Eventually, right?
Recon pass completed.
Okay, I want to get to Deneb system as soon as possible. There is a lot of resources to be claimed there. Right, as for you, Spark of Genius, are you... I'm in Rottenburg. Are you in the government? No, you are not. By the way, I forgot to rename this councillor. This is going to be the Adeptus Mechanicus EdTech Priest. Archpriest. Yeah, let's go with that. Adeptus Mechanicus Archpriest. Like it, yeah. Won't be that much of it in the near future. Actually, speaking of, I can probably make it a little bit quieter in general if I do that. Alright, there we go. And... yeah, I guess resilience on you wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Capitalist is not that useful. Yeah, resilience for now. And you'll get the ability to get some new traits later down the line, I hope. I'm going to drink a little bit more, and we're going to continue surveying into all of these things. Hello.
System reconnaissance.
What the hell was that?
Anomaly found.
Where did we meet them also? Because I don't see any of them here. Alright. Doesn't make much of a difference to me.
Construction complete.
Aerostat colonies. A ruined network of aerostat colonies dating back to at least 3 millennia can be found in low orbit of this gas giant. The original function appears to have been gas mining, but they've been abandoned and reoccupied by many different races. Well, since been reoccupied. Well, they've been stripped of anything useful, but the mere fact that they exist is kind of interesting, and supposedly still holding orbit, right? Or they are outside of the gravitational pull of the... gas giants. Yeah, I mean, I would assume so. Are you sure you can't jump from there to there, really? Because I can kind of see the line.
We have claimed a new world.
Okay, and population growth speed, absolutely. We need a lot of population.
Skywatch has sighted a spaceborne life form.
Okay. An extremely powerful subspace entity of some kind has been encountered in the Molbion system. It does not appear hostile and may not even be fully aware of conventional spacecraft, but a mere presence is causing a massive subspace disturbance in the entire system. The disturbances are localized around the entity itself and should disappear when it leaves the system. While it does not acknowledge hails, the entity continuously emits a complex pattern of tachyon pulses which appear to be a form of language. If our translation software was working correctly, it is saying Vlur seeks, Vlur finds. Okay. I like how quietly and timidly I said that. Okay.
Anomaly found.
Ah, here are these guys. They are a fallen empire. Okay, let's just ignore that. Good God, this is gorgeous. What is this, nebula? My oh my, what is it called? Amaranth's Doom. I'm going to name a sector after this. It's going to be Amaranth's Doom subsector. It's going to encompass all of this. Glory of Hope? Hell of something? Silver Estate? Wow, honestly, the names of these nebulas are so bloody amazing. I think I'm gonna name a lot of my subsectors after them.
Construction complete.
Whew. Alright, send an envoy to discover what those aliens are and start working on mining stations over here. Right, lovely, and we have a fair bit of resources. Reckon we can start building a few extra ships for our battle fleet. It's not going to be the most impressive thing ever, at least yet, but yeah, eventually, right?
System reconnaissance completed.
Eventually. Maximilian Jordanos. Jordanos. I don't know. Slave population, no. Army build speed, army cost, not really. Trade value, I mean, I suppose there's nothing else that's useful, and I guess trade value was going to provide a little bit more energy. So, good for us. this planet can be 12 districts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Tell you what, this one can be a factory world. And this one can be a forge world. Because I'm counting on these systems providing me with enough minerals and energy to stay afloat, and then these are the other two things that I'm going to need. A bunker bot. We've traced an the unusual electromagnetic radiation emanating from Shal 1 to a secret subterranean bunker hiding a megacomputer the size of a battleship. Wow. Okay. Was in fact operated by a security AI. The highest purpose of which seems to be frying its visitors alive. As the crew defeated the AI, it broadcast a message to an unknown recipient. Computer that has failed to solve a single problem for 1,000 years will serve us better as a new ship hull. All that is continuing its mysterious calculations. Used to boost our own research. No, scrap it. Scrap it. AI is forbidden in the Empire, and as much as I would love to let it continue its calculations, and as curious as I want to be, curiosity is where heresy begins. Or rather, it is the road to heresy, so no. I will shut that down immediately. And let's build an alloy foundry over here as well, just so I know what planet does what. And yeah, there we go. We're actually doing fairly alright. We have some economically pretty interesting and significant systems that we've occupied just now.
System reconnaissance complete.
And I think it wouldn't be the worst idea in the world to build a colony ship and to just sort of have it on standby to colonize something. But at the same time, there isn't a lot to colonize currently, and we are going to be suffering from a lack of influence very soon. So, yeah. Alright, this planet, though, is in the machine age, and I would very much like to conquer it. It has industrial armies, garrison strength 53, that's nothing. Probe the dimensional portal on Viridian. The doorway.
New sitrep.
Didn't realize we had a dimensional portal. Fine, let's probe it. Oh, something I failed to mention in the very first episode. I did increase the cost of research by double, basically. I've doubled the cost of research and traditions and everything. So the game will take it'll be a little bit slower and it'll take a little bit longer. Both for me and for the AI, of course.
Construction complete. Permanent
Let's see if they want to
communications
talk.
have been
The
established
artisan
with
troop.
the
Well, at least they're harmless.
anomaly found.
And will be purged when... Vleur just moved again, didn't he? Okay. Now, let's build ourselves an Imperial Guard regiment, or several Imperial Guard regiments, and form them into an army to land on Deneb and acquire for ourselves a new planet. What type of planet is this, by the way? It's an arid world, 40% habitability. Good enough.
Construction complete.
Good enough. Usually I don't like settling anything below 50, but here I think we're going to make an exception to that starbase influence cost going down is going to be a lifesaver nowadays. So what is this, like 1st Imperial Guard Regiment? 2nd, 3rd Imperial Guard Regiment. Okay.
Complete.
Nanomachines. Right.
System reconnaissance completed. Anomaly found.
Oh, that one went away really quickly at research. Alright. And then, do I need you to do anything here? No? I don't think so. Alright, you can go research that way then.
Construction
Right,
complete.
cool. Actually, do I want to build a starbase over here now? That's going to cost so much influence. How tough are these guys? Can I beat them? Absolutely not. Huh. Okay. Caught in the eye. Whoa. Well, the storm, right? So, we have a missing ship, eh? Oh, it's actually even been probably damaged by the event. That's interesting. So, the last signal received from HDMS Verbis Gravitis Castigaris was not much more than garbled static. They'd been studying these strange localized storms on Puffet 2 and were sending back incredible preliminary reports. Tempest reacted to the probes being sent in, creating vacuum pockets to avoid them, and then slowly sweeping back in towards the drones. HDMS Verbis Gravitis Castigaris, what a name, was planning on testing out numerous scanning frequencies at the storm. Before we lost contact, the science ship seemed to have sunk into the gas giant and appears to be dormant. Right, well, let's go and rescue our ship. What do I need to do that? Has 2 science ships in orbit. Right, that's your way of saying this one that's stuck plus another one, right? Gotcha. I think if I go here, I can research it. Like that. I don't think I need to actually bring in 2 separate ships to do that. I suppose we'll see, but I'm pretty sure that's how it's going to work. Right. Okay. Well, that was amusing. Let's get this army moving. So I can actually recruit a level 4 general with reduced army upkeep, more lifespan and less negative traits, higher upkeep but not that much higher, or 2 level 3 generals. This one has a long lifespan as well. This one actually has Invader as well. Oh yeah, I'm definitely taking this one. Hello, Lucretius Rex. Welcome to the Astra Militarum. And it also occurs to me that I haven't really explained the prefixes for the ships, the HDMS. Technically speaking, although you won't find this very often in the novels and stuff, mostly because it's very boring and it's stylistically very dubious, to refer to each and every ship as HDMS Harrower, HDMS King Hawks Horax, HDMS Guardian, HDMS something, HDMS, and so on and so forth. It's tiring. But technically speaking, each and every Imperial Navy ship has the prefix HDMS, which stands for His Divine Majesty's Ship. So, there you go. Technically speaking, they all have the prefix. Most people don't mention it, most people don't use it, because, like I said, it's not really relevant, and it's not really... You know, they all have it, and it's like none of them have it, right? So there's nothing special about it, so yeah, but you get the idea. Right, Human Preservation Vanguard. Very good. Xenophobic and militaristic, and we have these authoritarian guys who want us to dominate one subject nation. That will make them extra happy. We'll make both of them happy, no worries. Subject nation so-and-so, but main and most important thing is we won't have... Ooh, nice coil guns. I want exoskeletons. Where am I going with this? I wanted a base here, right? But alright, tell you what, survey these three like that. How long do I have to do this? Oh, it's not time limited. Okay. Cool.
Science Division reports a new breakthrough.
Don't need it. Fund dense jungle. I love how it actually, when you mouse over it, it tells you we have 4 dense jungle blockers on our colonies. If we don't have any, then I won't research us just yet, right? I love how it actually tells you that now. But we don't need this immediately. I think I'd rather get the boost in research. Mind you, I say boost is going to take like 100 and something months to do it, but hey. And then I reckon I have a ton of alloys, so I can expand the fleet freely. The Banner of Triumph, which is authoritarian and militaristic. Well, I suppose fair enough. I've usually had to deal with only 2 factions, but yeah, I mean, I guess if it's going to be 3, all right. Let's land these armies. We should be able to take care of whatever you are. My God, you are atrocious. The Zeltian Society, fragmented nation states. Invaders, we don't know why you're attacking, but no, we will fight to defend our planet, we will not yield. Hideous creatures, your visage sickens us. Pretty much. Well, here we go. Deploy the Imperial Guard.
Ground objective secured.
Lovely. Those Xenos are no match for us. We've successfully invaded the planet. We've taken over. And now I can go over to the species tab. And tell you what, there's 24 billion of you. I like to think that 1 pop equals 1 billion, even though it doesn't make sense from a mathematical standpoint. I mean, currently it might do. 33 billion living on Helcia Prime. It's the capital. It's extremely well developed. I can see that. But the logical growth and the trajectory of growth and how it goes up and down doesn't really make sense that each pop is a billion. Some people calculate it to be 1 million. To that I say, the capital has 33 million people living on it. Really? Why did we ever expand? 33 million is nothing, yeah? Why would we ever expand, then? Just makes no sense, right? So no, let's talk billion. It sounds good, and it's 40k. Everything's a bit grandiose, so might as well, right? Why not? So with that said, species, 24 billion of these. Undesirables. Processing. Processed into nutrient-rich food sources. That's interesting. Forced labor, displacement, neutering, or extermination. No, we're just going to go straight up extermination on these things. Absolutely hideous. Agrarian, ingenious, intelligent, charismatic, talented, nomadic, enduring, deviance, and slow breeders. Is it just me, or do they have more trait points just like I do? I think they do. Right. Oh well, no matter. I wouldn't have liked for that to be the case, to be brutally honest with you. Would have much preferred that only I get the choice to do... Not to do that, but I guess to have the extra points and not everyone. This way it's a little bit, but okay. Now, Deneb 4, do I want this, do I want to keep this planet? I kind of do, I think. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to Helcian, and we're going to go to Deneb over here, and we're going to move one clerk to become a politician. It's the way of the world, eh? Today you're a clerk, tomorrow you're a politician ruling a planet. It's not fair, but it is what it is. Right, there we go. Null Void. The dimensional portal on Viridian leads to a dimension of pure entropy. It is difficult to get a sensor reading because the very energy of our pings is rapidly dissipated. Our best theory is that this null void is a dimension where majority of the 0-point energy is negative, and so any kind of energy which was once present has long been used up. Knowing this, it might be possible to construct a weapon which can use null void energy's destruction offensively. We found a portal to the warp, and we now want to harness the warp energy to make a weapon out of it. What could possibly go wrong, eh? You know, other than a full-fledged demon invasion of the sector, but other than that, what could possibly go wrong? Christ. Okay. It's just ridiculous. This is going to, well, first of all, demolish, and demolish one of these because I don't want to pay the extra upkeep. And we're going to put up a generator district. I think that's about it for now, right? Yeah. Oh, and obviously assign this to be a generator world. There we go. Right, lovely. There is a way to increase our habitability later down the line. I know there's a gene clinic which does that, which is very useful. And relatively lore-friendly. And then there's also the boost from the... We'll get to that in a second. Fluctuating shield frequencies. Right. Gaylord Arcs gains expertise field manipulation. As a counselor, research of field manipulation and chance of field manipulation goes up. And Puffer gains energy. Right. Well, that's cool, I guess. Let's keep surveying that way. And we're going to rename, of course, this army, which I completely forgot to do, to Helcian Imperial Guard Army. Sure. I can't make it much longer, so yeah, that'll do. It's descriptive enough. And when we get some Space Marines and stuff, we're going to give them like proper chapter names and such.
Recon pass completed.
But for these guys, just regular names will do.
System reconnaissance completed.
Right, and then you're done, so we can send you down there. Lovely. And we can keep expanding. Influence is going to be a problem even with all this stuff, but hey. These guys only have 54%. So you want local rivalry, low naval capacity usage. Right. Low naval capacity usage, how much do I have? 34. 20, 34. Yeah, I can do that. I can do that. It's going to take a bit of money, though. But I can get some alloys, or some more alloys, and then reinforce that. And obviously it's going to take ages for it to build, but I'm not going to build any
System reconnaissance completed.
colony ships
Anomaly found.
soon. Well, might want to build one for up there, but not much sooner than that. And for everything else I'm lacking, what's the word? Degree field, fair enough. Lacking influence to build all the space stations and such, so yeah, I guess this just makes sense. Ooh, an ocean world over there. Well, and a tomb world, which I understand some citizens of the Empire almost have a fetish-like relationship with tomb worlds, and they seem insistent on becoming inhabitants of such worlds. Why, I cannot really tell, but hey, fair enough. Yeah, null void beam. Now this is some chaos fluffery. We're not doing that. Sorry. Not our thing. Did Vleur find what it was looking for? No? It's looking for something, definitely, don't get me wrong. I'm well aware of this. I'm just hoping whatever it's looking for is not in my space currently, and is not of vital importance to me. I mean, I say that. I don't really have anything of vital importance currently, right? I have my capital. And then that's about it. Everything else is sort of replaceable and alright, I guess. So, yeah. Fair enough. Well, nobody can argue we're doing pretty darn well so far, in more or less all respects. Empire, eye for talent, yeah, that's good. Experience gain is good. Like I said, nobody can argue we're doing pretty darn well in terms of our economy and growing the sector. Not much excitement happening, though, but we are building a fairly powerful fleet, which obviously has me excited, so we can actually use it soon, hopefully. Though I would prefer if I didn't need to, but hey. I'm perfectly content with just being left alone to build stuff like this. Up and expand in more peaceful, or rather by more peaceful means, let's say. This is a good place to cut it off, though, and to end the video, and to make a cut for the next one. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Like, subscribe down if you enjoyed it, and I want to stay tuned with the rest of the content that I produce on this channel. Till next time, have fun, take care, and bye-bye. And we'll see you, hopefully, in the next one. Stop recording button still doesn't work. I'm going to try and rebind it to something else. See if that fixes the problem.